I'm up. I was up at 1. I slept for 13 hours. I still feel exhausted. I still feel achy, but I'm going to work. So I woke up at 1 a.m. and I'm going to stay up, and my shift starts at 9 till 5. But I work from home and I work on the phone, so it's not like labour jobs like I used to have. That was a lot more difficult physically, you know. But mentally, I didn't really have to think in those jobs. You're just automated robot doing stuff. Whereas this job requires me to use my brain and not get stressed, which is very difficult when you've got people shouting at you constantly all day and bringing you all sorts of different problems. So we'll see how I go. I'm going to do it anyway. It'll force me to stay awake, and it should force me back into my routine. I've made my hair intentionally curly so it don't look as frizzy as it did with my natural curls this morning, because I looked really bad. 13 hours worth of bedhead. I got my post back that got posted wrong. I got woke up at a knock on the door from the pet shop owner down the road. She brought me my parcels back that the delivery men had delivered wrong, and we had a good laugh about it. She's a lovely lady. We used to take our dogs to her. She would know my mama if I show her a photo, so I'm gonna nip down at this weekend when I'm feeling a bit better and just say thank you. She won't remember who I am, but she would know who my mama is if I showed her a photo. So I'm going to go say thank you. I finally got my work diary, which is good because I need that for the year. Diaries really help me to remember what I'm doing. With fibro, you tend to get fibro fog and you can't remember things. I'm still having issues with cooking. So mum's bringing some banana, date and walnut cake later, which is going to come in handy for me because I can just grab it. It's not good because it's got sugar in it, and sugar's not good for fibro, but put it this way, it's edible. I'm not starving to death. I don't have to cook it, you know, needs must and all that. You make do. So I'm going to have that. I'm going to do a swap. I'm going to give her some bits. I've got it bagged ready. I've got last bit of paperwork to do at the weekend. And then the meeting for it. And then hopefully that whole situation that's been dragging on for the past 2 years and getting worse is done. I hope to God it is. I do not want it following me anymore. I have had enough. I've had enough of people being so bloody awful. Especially when I've done nothing to them other than just leave. Because they're horrible. It's still dark. There's no snow left. It rained. So, I say snow, it just the dust in it weren't really proper snow. I am definitely still in my flare, but I need to work. I am not a person that does well with no job. I don't want... Being on benefits does not pay at all. You can't survive on benefits. You can't have a house. You can't look after your medical needs. You just can't. And I know they're meant to have all these things in place and you can get all these things to help you. It's not enough. It never is enough. It's never enough. It's good to work and look after yourself, you know, and not work and then have other people pay for you out the taxes. But the other half of that is when you go into work, they forget that you're disabled, or they treat you as if, you know, you shouldn't be at work because you're disabled, and they don't understand that they should be adjusting things for you. So that's another battle in itself. You know, I am allowed to work. I'm capable of working. You just need to adjust a few things, and they don't like doing that. So you're kind of in the middle of... You're always in the middle of people hating you because you're on benefits and you can't work, or people won't let you work, or you're in a company that doesn't want you to work for them because it means then they could get more out of somebody who's able-bodied. And yes, there's lots of laws in place and whatever, but people don't really care about laws, do they? They care about money. But anyway, I'm going to work because I can, and it means I keep my roof, I can pay for my medical needs, I can keep renovating this house, you know. And so I'm going to do it, even if I feel crap. It's important. It's important. Excuse me while I yawn with my ugly Shrek face. I hope everyone has a good day. I hope it warms up for everybody. I hope nobody's bed rotting and you've got good things to do. Oh, I've also been thinking about the videos that I do where I go walking. My videos are literally just me walking, making memories, and then posting these memories on here. And I am not the YouTuber looking to provide content, if you know what I mean, where I want people to watch, per se. I don't mind who watches. I'm not really fussed who watches. And who doesn't, I'm just putting them in a place so that the memories are there, if you know what I mean. It's like having a diary, but it's open to people. I've always been that way, but it used to be on other social media platforms. I'm not on them anymore. But I think what I might start doing, even if I won't change my videos when I go walking because I want to enjoy my walk. I'm not there to focus on providing content for a video. I just want to enjoy my walk and film it. Do you know what I mean? But what I do want to do, I do know a lot about all these places that I go, and that's not included in these videos. And I think when people watch the videos, they would probably like to know more. And whilst we've got internet at our fingertips, and I know we do, not always do people know where to start, or maybe they haven't got the time. And so I think what I might do is just in the descriptions to my videos, just to add a bit more information, because there's loads I know. You know, those mills at Plesley Vale, the industrial park, those mills have been around since the late 1700s. So, and they were cotton mills, and they were for the hosiery business, which was our original, what's the word? Industry. We don't really have an industry anymore. Not around here. We don't have a source of industry anymore. It used to be mining and the cotton mills, and we don't have those. So this is old history. We don't have these things anymore. But I know a lot about these things, and I'm not including them in the video because I'm just out walking, making memories. You know, I know where the buildings, where people lived, where they don't live. I know, like the graves that I showed, those are recent. They're not associated to, you know, someone potentially of previously living there or anything like that. These places have never been lived on. The reason why that there's crosses there is because in England, particularly people who go walking, what they do is they go walking with their friends and their family members or their loved ones or their pets, and they do it quite regular, and it's their favourite spot, and they will have favourite spots. And then when somebody passes away, they go set up cross and flowers and put a little note there and decorate it, or put a bench there with a plaque on it, or a tree. And so when they go walking, their special person is always there at their favourite place with them still. So no houses were built at these places. This isn't people burying family members in their back gardens or anything like that. It's they're putting a marker there because it was their favourite place, and they want their person with them still, or their pet with them when they still go to their favourite place together, you know, and like they've still got them there. And you will see them dotted about quite a lot and very respectful. There's one in particular that's towards Silver Hill Pit Tip, which is a different mining area, not far from Plesley. And that one, they've decorated it with pictures, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's just a bench, but it's decorated with pictures, and it's got lots of bird feeders around it, and people go up there and everybody goes up there and just puts bird seed there. And when you go there, it's absolutely swarmed with birds now. It never used to be like that until the person passed away and it became a place of homage, you know. So these places are made better for it, and it's nice. And people tend to respect things a bit more when someone's put in a memory there, if you know what I mean. So if someone's made it in memory of, and that bench becomes a special bench, or that wood becomes a special wood, then people tend to look after it a bit more. We're very respectful of the dead, if you know what I mean. Our family members, our families, all trees. So we planted trees, and we've got trees at Hardwick Hall for all our family. But we also take their ashes and put them other places. So we took Mama to our favourite folk festival. It's just one little field, and we put her around the wicker circle so that she's always there, and she's there with us. You know, that's what we do. We have graveyards. We've got lots of graveyards, but these random little ones dotted about are usually places of homage. Sometimes you will find them on the road because someone got knocked over on the road, so their spirit is there. Sometimes you'll find them on a bridge because they did something bad on that bridge and they're not with us anymore. And so all of these things, not only are they reminders that we love somebody and they're still with us and this is a special place and we're all sharing it being special, it's also a reminder, particularly the ones near roads and bridges, it's a reminder to whoever's having a bad time that may also go to these same places, to either be careful because it's a dangerous road, or don't do what you're about to do on that bridge because it's not worth it and people will miss you and love you and miss you. So don't do it, you know. But there's lots of them dotted about. So I know a lot of things. I've gone on a long roundabout way of saying I know things. I'm just not including them in my videos because I'm in the moment chatting rubbish. So what I'll do is I'll start including little bits in the description, particularly links to things or maps of the area and that type of stuff. That walk around Plesley Vale, that's not our usual route. Our route's a different route, and we go by an orchard, an apple orchard, and a walled garden that's recently been taken over by some local residents that are all working together, and they've made it into the most beautiful garden. And we know them, and we go say hello, and they don't mind us going in and having a look even when they're not there. And they would invite us to stay and have wine. But if we had wine, we would never get home. So we don't have the wine. But there's lots of stuff around there. There's lots of different walks around there, and it's really nice. But the one that we did, it's not our usual one. But sometimes it's good for a change, you know. So I will start doing that in my videos, I think. Whilst I don't want to be a content creator per se, by which I mean somebody who's actively going out to find information and talk about things and then putting it up there for people to watch. I'm not a TV presenter. I'm not a TV presenter. I'm not a showman. I'm just a person that's watching my animals on my garden or doing bits and bobs on my garden and building ponds and stuff, or I'm going to a lovely place and I feel like filming it, you know, and I'm just saving these memories. But if I can provide a little bit of extra information, there's no harm in that, is there? You know, I'm not going to do it in my video because then it takes away from me being in the moment, and I want that. It's important I have that. But I can still provide it when I upload my videos, so I will do that. You know, I will do that. Now I'm going to go and drink my coffee because I forgot about it. And I need it. I'm going to have a long day. I'm going to go do some pots, but I will sit down while I do it, because I can't stand for long at the moment. I can't stand still. It's not so bad when you move around. It's when you stood still, it hurts a lot. So I'm going to sit and do my pots and just do a bit of cleaning. But yeah, I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to be like this all the way throughout the day, and I think I'm going to struggle with dates and times, and I think customers will have to correct me a few times and we will laugh about it. But I'm lucky enough that we do have a few regulars and I get on really well with them. So they're pretty forgiving, and I'm the same with them. That's the way it is. But yeah, hope everybody has a good day. What are we in? Second week of New Year. Second week of the New Year already. Craziness. Craziness. We're going to get a lot done though. Despite being poorly, we're going to get a lot done. We will. Life is short. Let's go for it. Now we've died on the sofa for a couple of days. We'll get up and we'll do some stuff. See you all in a bit.